What made him this way?
Here we go. I feel better
What
already.
is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
He's like Joker from Persona 5, he meant. The Woker. That's just some retarded shit. Alright, Part 5, Phantom Pain. When no one...
Less than a week after Christian's Encyclopedia Dramatica page was created, someone updated it by uploading an infamous internet-based photograph called Goatsy,
what he jacks off to.
which graphically depicts a naked man stretching his anus with his fingers snugly within his
We're
rectum,
going right into it,
dilating
huh?
his orifice to an inhumane diameter. This upset Chris so gravely that he took it upon himself to edit the page to make himself appear more appealing. For example, a paragraph noting his racism was
Crystal.
changed to, "Oh yeah, he's also old-fashioned. In his idea of a sweetheart, she's not black. He's cool."
Wow, we're really going 0 to 100 in this one. Episode 5 is picking up right where episode 4 ended.
With adoption, but his dream of his future daughter calls for blood, tears, and seminal descent. Not only did he reword sentences
Who describes I want a daughter of seminal descent? That's insane. If I heard that, that would automatically be grounds for banning all adoption for the rest of your life. If someone went to the adoption center like, well, I am going to adopt, but I prefer a daughter of seminal descent. I'd be like, well, you're banned immediately.
correct historical inaccuracies, but he also extensively added personal information, a tactic which he called information overload. While his intention was to evoke sympathy, it only succeeded in fueling the fire for the trolls. In a way to reassert his heterosexuality, he uploaded several of his own sexually charged drawings, such as one of Sonichu and Rosechu having intercourse, a naked Mary Lee Walsh masturbating, Bubbles and Black Sonichu having sex, and an image called She Came For Quick, which depicted Chris satisfying an unidentified naked woman with his fingers. Those exposed to the picture.
Holy shit, bro. This looks like a Kanye West album cover. This looks like a Kanye West album cover. Yeah, we're starting off real strong. So, Chris Chan decided to double down on everybody online calling him gay, so he wrote an entire hentai Sonichu comic. He's like, I'm gonna have Sonichu and Rosechu having sex. I'm assuming that this unnamed woman is Megan, because it kind of looks like Megan's, like how he draws Megan in his art. So I like how Megan is like, hey, I really don't like that you include me in your comics. It makes me feel creeped out. Could you stop? And then in his very next comic, he draws a picture of him fucking the shit out of Megan. Here we go.
Felt that the woman bore a striking resemblance to his twin sister Crystal, and
That's
were
even
convinced
worse.
that it was
Never mind. It's not. That's even worse. Oh no. Dude, Chris Chan is always ahead of the curve. He was ahead of Let's Plays. He was ahead of parody songs. And he predicted Coffin of Andy and Lele. He predicted Coffin of Andy and Lele. I just realized that Crystal Chan wears a Rosechu medallion. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. When I went to a convention earlier this year, I didn't take a picture with the girl. That makes so much more sense. I can show you guys the picture of the guy. When I was at a convention all the way in March, I saw a Chris Chan cosplayer. He was cosplaying as Chris Chan, and he was with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was cosplaying as Crystal. I thought she was also doing Chris Chan, but I was like, why does she have a red Sonichu? That's a deep cut, bro. That's a deep cut. I wanted pictures with both of them, but she ended up taking. I wonder if you can see her in the background, maybe. But I took a picture with No, she's not. She's not in this. I think she's the one that took the picture, because I went to this con by myself, so I think she's the one that took the picture. But he was with his girlfriend, who is Crystal Chan, and this was me and the guy. I was Parappa the Rappa, And he had the Chris Chan thing in a fucking shirt. And his girlfriend was Krista with the Rosa Chew medallion. Everything comes full circle.
An illustration of incest. The fact that he captioned the image with, "Your sister has come for me," didn't help. Outside of his illustrations, he reflected on his obsession with Megan, admitting that he no longer pined for her, and talked about pleasuring himself using his inflatable sex doll, Officer Nasty. He restated his purpose. I will continue to
Did we miss some shit, bro? Who the fuck is Officer Nasty? What? Did we miss an episode? What? It's just an ordinary. Oh my goodness!
Shove the true facts from my heart and soul down your throats, only until you take this whole page down for good. Chris would go on creating new accounts and further altering the page for the next few years. As the year 2007 drew to a close, Christian bought an anime-styled sex doll named Kimmy and continued to email Megan, telling her that he would meet Lori soon. And on New Year's Eve, he sent an email to a friend of Megan's, which contained a new freestyle poem called "For My True Love, I Would." For my true love, I treat her tenderly, sweetly, gently, like a summer breeze. I'd caress her skin gently with my strong fingers. I'd take her to eat and provide for her to my ability. I'd start small at McDonald's, then let it get better in due time. If she is willing to allow the pleasure.
What? W Rizz, chat. W Rizz, he's like, I figure, first date, we're going to start off at McDonald's. We're going to start off in the play place and see where things go from there. Let's see.
I'd lay her down, caress her gently, tickle her fancy, have her tickle my fancy, and give it to her with the learned, lonely experience I've endured. I love you will be shared daily with a French side dish. I am her soldier, to do for her as she sees fit.
What?
In January 2008, Christian created a Facebook account, which he used.
I forget that this motherfucker drives, bro. I forget this motherfucker drives. He did the classic Facebook standing in front of the car profile picture.
Much in the same manner as his other social media outlets, such as MySpace. He managed to befriend several women in his general vicinity and tried to engage in conversations with them.
Did you guys see that cryptid at the bottom?
In his general
Look at the bottom left. What the fuck is that? See the like Jason Richards shit? What the fuck is that, Skinwalker? Holy shit. Chris Chan's recommended friends with the Skinwalker. Dude, that's actually fucking terrifying. It's an SCP, his jaws ripped off. It's like that's Thomas the Tank Engine. That's Officer Nash. Holy shit. Holy fuck, bro. I want to hear a documentary about that motherfucker.
Vicinity and tried to engage in conversations with them. Hi, Christina. I have read your profile and I find you quite interesting. You're pretty, honest, and smart. If you'd like, I'd like to meet you for a soda or coffee and get to know you better over a pleasant conversation. I also hope you will accept my friend request I have submitted earlier. Please reply if it's all cool. Okay, well, I'm 17 and about to be 8.
Ooh! Worst intro sentence to a reply you could get. Oh man almighty.
18 in a few months, but yeah, I love to party and all that good shit, so hit me up. Cool, Christina. While I don't know what it means to hit me up, I'll assume it means to talk to you more. I look forward to meeting you in person and learning more about you. And if you need a tutor for a school subject, I can probably help you. I've excelled in math and English.
Imagine being so bad at school that you need to be tutored by Christian Weston Chandler. Like, yeah, if you need a tutor, the guy that on his math homework, he wrote it all in Spanish and got an F. This is a fucking, sounds like a winner to me, dude.
Subjects. Yo tom _2 años de español en mi escuela secundaria. And I took 2 years of Spanish in my high school. Take care, Chris-chan. Okay, yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, I'm 17 and or too old. And second of all, no or too old for me. And third of all, I'm not into all that Christian shit, but I would still love to be friends with you. And I don't know very many Christians who like to party, cause I'm a hardcore party girl. So, no, nothing like what you may be thinking. I just wanted to be friends with you. I'd wait until you were at least 18 before taking it further. Also, I can party, I just don't get invited much. There's nothing wrong with simply meeting for a pleasant conversation and soda pop. I promise I would not lay a finger on you.
What in the fuck, dude? You talking to a Fed? This sounds like a Fed, like Chris Hansen sting operation. Yeah, this feels like a setup. Because after hearing that, what sane girl, after hearing all this shit, what sane girl would say, "Where do you live?" I would just block, right? Like, you know?
Okay, well, a little FYI, I'm on probation and house arrest, and I might get locked up tomorrow for breaking my probation. So let's just take it day by day.
Holy shit.
I mean, I don't know
This bitch
who
is
at
fucked
all,
up too.
and people might talk about me hanging with some older dude who I don't know. But I do hang at DQ, Dairy Queen, every day after school. So drop by and see if you can find me.
This is
Holla,
great,
boy.
dude.
After Christian sent another message divulging more details
Holy
about himself,
shit!
communication with
Hold on,
Christina
I don't want to
ceased.
read all of
Christian
this.
sent another message
I don't want to
divulging
read all
more
this. I want to read a couple sentences. Hold on. This is just a fucking novel, this bitch. Oh gosh, I just see him talking to he just met this girl. He's talking about Sonichu. He's like, I made comic books I put together of me and Sonichu. By the way, do not fall for the web pages that talk ill about me. They're cyber bullies. I play video games. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, Guitar Hero. I've got honor roll in middle school, blah, 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 blah. I like Family Guy, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Robot Chicken, Lucy, Daughter of the Devil is a funny show. I like Charlie Brown, Transformers, Smurfs, My Little Pony. This guy just starts vomiting. Starts just vomiting, yapping. Right, Shin? They haven't even met yet. They haven't even met yet, and he's doing everything.
more details about himself. Communication with Christina ceased. He also
No
engaged
shit.
in a chat with Christy, who accepted his invitation for a chat over coffee or soda, but he ultimately declined her acceptance when she revealed that she was a single mother. He also
Yo, Chris.
messaged a Danielle, whose boyfriend in response threatened Chris. On
Bro,
January 20th.
Bro, not even Chris Chan wants to fuck with that. Even Chris Chan was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Are we good? Been there, done that. Worst decision of my life. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sure there might be probably 3 or 4 good single mothers out there. I ain't never met them. And I ain't never gonna fucking try again. So, I get you, Chris Chan. I just love how she was like, hey, I actually want to hang out, but I have a kid. And Chris is like, no, no, Chrissy. Crazy. Crazy. Chris Chan has more standards than some of the people in my chat. Nobody that's here right now, but I think we all know who I'm talking about. You found a Danganronpa clone game on Roblox? Save that. I gotta check it out next time I'm able to play it. Unless Roblox shuts down and they don't pay me, then I'm gonna be pissed. But save it. Hell yeah. Alright, here we go. Rainbow Cabba. Listen, I'm not telling my chat that they shouldn't date single mothers or single fathers. I'm not saying that. You guys live your life and do what you want to do. But, if you're... No, I'm not saying you guys, that's the beautiful thing about the world is that there's we just said this, there's somebody for everybody. But that ain't for me. That ain't Zach Lawley, it's ministry, brother. But if you're worried about single mothers or single fathers not having sex, just look at their life. I don't think that that's a problem. If anything, they probably do it more because look at what has happened. So, all right, here we go. I'm laughing so hard because I was put in a similar situation not too long ago, where I was talking to somebody on Hinge, and they didn't disclose that they had kids, and it sucks because we hit it off pretty well. And then they kind of told me that they're like, my son is like blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh yeah, well nah. She's like, that's not a problem, is it? I'm like, don't word it that way. Don't fucking play mind games. You're the one that purposely didn't put it in your bio. And I was like, as a matter of fact, yes it is. Goodbye.
Christian pleaded on Facebook for people not to believe what has been written on Encyclopedia Dramatica. There are some cyberbullies who have taken my words
this motherfucker
and
says
feelings
this
out
to
of
every
context
person he meets
and twisted them into meaningless mockery. Please do not believe those terrible rumors. I am a good man who needs a female sweetheart to soothe my pains from loneliness, stress of social influences, and heartaches.
Don't say it. If Epic Man says it, Red, ban him for an hour. If anybody says it, ban him for an hour. But man, this is really giving me flashbacks to somebody that we all know. There's a lot of the Venn diagram crossover is getting big.
Please help me, so I can help you one day. 4 days later, he described his near encounter with a lady at the Alderman Library. I was playing Sudoku on my PSP, and I was listening in on this conversation between a couple of cute ladies just to my right. I've enjoyed just listening to them talk about their things. I will not divulge any details, because I am the man who will keep a secret. Plus, I don't know all the details. Anyway, after one of the two left, the gal that stayed sitting next to me talked on her cell in what sounded like Dutch or German. It was the perfect opening for a conversation towards making a new gal pal. I had it in my head.
So a girl speaking a different language was... I can't think of a better way to start talking to this girl. How does that make any sense?
Pardon me.
I kind of missed it, Chet. Who is he saying this to? Or is this like his website, like his diary? He knows Spanish. Yeah, Reb, I bet. Maybe probably like 8 words. Shut up, Alexito. Don't you worry about him.
I couldn't help but overhear you chat on your phone. But was that Dutch or German you were speaking? I had the nerve set up. I was raring to say it.
So far,
But
so
when I
normal.
started
When's
to
it gonna
say
go to shit?
The tension and my shyness and my autism choked me, literally. I could not even open my mouth to say anything. And she left. I'm kicking myself now. Anyway, that is how shy I am. I'm so shy that I just freeze or choke upon starting to talk to a new girl I don't know yet. Through his Facebook updates.
Hold on. I just realized he's talking to another girl. Gino, I want an update on this. He's telling this to another girl. He's like, want to know... Why would you go up to a girl and be like, want to know how shy and virgin I am? I hit on another girl and she rejected me. If that works, you have to be the most attractive man on the planet to still get a yes after that. But what's baffling to me is under that, the lady replies and she says, "Oh, don't worry, Chris. I'll come and visit you if you can talk to me." What? What in fuck's name? I want to hear what happened with that. Who the hell is Sarah Jackson?
Upon starting to talk to a new girl I don't know yet. Through his Facebook updates, it was revealed that he regularly attended Grace Baptist Church in Charlottesville. Since Chris was told that Lori Lopez was going to go out with Joshua Martinez instead of Chris, he edited the ED page in order to convince the trolls to ruin Joshua's reputation instead. Look, pal, if you really want to take down someone who has a reputation, consider one Joshua Martinez.
Damn.
Ladies come a-running from at least as far as New York City to his house in Dyke, Virginia. Not just any ladies,
Is
but
that where Epic Man's
stars
mom
like
was
Megan
born?
Fox,
Sorry.
Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, Jessica Simpson, and plenty other whores. He also has been piggybacking on the stardom of Vanessa Hudgens, singing with her in her Latino albums, and starring with her in various HBO movies, and even worse, Transformers 2. He has her and some other gal named Brittany for both of his simultaneous girlfriends. Dual marriage in the works here. He's a more lucky SOB than I can ever surmount to. ruin his reputation. Joshua Martinez. P.S. You did not hear this whole thing from me. The editors of the page didn't bite.
They didn't give a shit.
Becoming increasingly troubled at all the attention Chris has been receiving, Megan requested that he take down all references to her on the internet. However, it was too late. She discovered that she came for quick pick and recognized the woman in it to be herself.
I knew it!
Chris.
I knew that was Megan, bro. Christian's is such a, like, I know that we feel bad for him at times. Here's the thing. It's such a weird, because like it's like, oh, there's plenty of times where people do things to him that he didn't deserve, but then there's times where he does deserve bad karma. When a girl messages him, she probably, I'm not even shitting you, in this documentary, how many times has Geno Samuel brought up Megan saying, like, at least 10, right? 10 times she's like, hey, Chris, stop talking about me, stop posting stuff about me, please, I feel uncomfortable, I don't like it when you touch me, I don't like when you write about me. And then after all of that, 10 fucking warnings, he draws a comic of him fucking this girl, and then he posts it online. He deserves, like, so much wrath for that.
I didn't realize how much of an a-hole I could have been. I was caught up in the rage from that weekend in November when I did that. I couldn't even see straight, but I have done what I should have done long ago. Inform AOL, as well as other places on the web who can take down offensive websites and pages. I've really shot myself in the foot, and I am sorry. Not only am I mad at myself for being such a complete enraged a-hole, but my rage against those jerks who put that page up in the first place arose with greater flame because my closest friend got hurt emotionally. That's you. I will see to that website's demise, or my name isn't Christian Weston Chandler. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan.
Actual schizo
Thinking
email,
that repeating that phrase was enough recompense for Megan, his next email focused on his investigation on who took the picture of him at the game place, launching this entire campaign of hate against him. In response, Megan wrote about her shock concerning her depiction. I'm very much scarred by that image and it will never leave me, and I can't decide what's worse, the image in general, or the fact you intentionally drew it and gave it to the webmaster for that site that you hate so much. Not only have you poured gas on the fire by doing that, adding obscenity to the already horrific site, but you have also embarrassed and humiliated me, and degraded and demeaned me, whether you realize it or not. Okay, well look, I'm unsure how I feel and what to do, so here's what I think. I'd like for you to just completely leave me alone for a while.
It took this long for you to say that, Megan?
Myself. You understand? It's not like I hate you, but I don't see you in the same light anymore. So just leave me be for a while. Let me try to recuperate with my few other friends. And maybe we can just start from scratch sometime. Maybe.
I agree,
don't know.
Crystal.
Just depends on
Take
how
all
I
of
feel,
his
okay?
Legos and
So
shit,
please,
or whatever the
let
fuck
me
he
be,
owns.
and let me see how it goes, okay? Completely misunderstanding her point, Chris thought that the drawing upset her so because she was naive about sex and didn't truly understand what was being depicted, ironically revealing his own ignorance.
Gosh, dude, this guy is so cooked. Just when you think, just when you think he can't get any dumber, he's just like, oh, she must have not liked it because she doesn't know about sex. And it's just like, no, Megan, like, listen, I was having sex with you because I love you. That's not the, it reminds me of that Family Guy quote. I'm not even like the biggest Family Guy fan, but this joke like kind of made me laugh. And it's like Peter and he wants to be like a redneck. It reminds me of this story, which is why I'm bringing it up. But it's like Peter wants to be a redneck, so he sits on the couch with Meg and he like puts his arm around her. He's like, Meg, I'm going to do things to you that you won't remember till you're 40. And she gets up and screams and runs out of the room. And Peter's like, Meg, what the hell? He's like, I was talking about sex. And it's just like, yeah, that's the point, dipshit. Like, yeah, we know. That's why it's a problem. Oh my gosh, dude. God, okay, let's just continue. Let's see how this guy tries to fucking explain it out of the way.
Regarding sex. You may or may not have had much exposure to sexual images as I've had, so the idea of a hand job, which was the act drawn there as part of
Stupid. This guy, he's like, no, Megan. She just got done saying like, That was the most scarring image. It's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. It haunts me. Let's not talk to me for a while. And then what is he doing? He's like beat for beat explaining the trauma. He's like, no, Megan, let me explain. He's like, let me explain myself. I was drawing you giving me a hand job, which is, by definition, I'm like, this is crazy.
If outer course versus intercourse was a surprise to you, I'm sorry. If it helps put things into perspective, I can recommend finding information on the internet through this educational website I found through adameve.com. Or I recommend renting The 40-Year-Old Virgin. That movie touches on some of the issues around sex and how it can really frustrate an older virgin who hasn't had the pleasure yet. Or I can loan you my copy of The 40-Year-Old Virgin. The point is, allowing yourself more exposure to sex acts to make yourself feel more comfortable with that fact of life.
It's not the act. It's the fact that it was with you. What in the fuck? Okay. All right.
In addition, he defended his actions.
Crazy episode, by the way.
As for the drawings,
best episode yet.
While I have shoved the text information down your throat in an attempt to drown them in submission, there were too many images of penises, on there. I drew drawings promoting vaginas to go against those dickheads. I did the drawing of Sonichu f***ing Rose Chew.
Why?
I did the drawing of Bubbles getting it from Black Sonichu. I had the idea of pairing them up in the comic book anyway. I did the drawings of Angelica and Mary Lee Walsh, that witch hag, masturbating. And I did draw the drawing of me giving you a hand job from among my adult fantasies, with your eyes censored to conceal your identity. It was a massive step outside of my...
I censored your eyes to conceal your identity. You fucking tweaker. Holy shit. Yeah, I agree, Reb. She should have just cut him off way before it got to this point, dude. This guy was a barreling disaster.
Boundaries, and I did it out of anger, and I regret having done it, and I'm really, really sorry. But we all do things in the heat of anger, and or out of our boundaries,
I like how he has to
end up regretting
give himself
later.
a pat on the back at the end.
He proceeded to remove all references to Megan from
Poor
the ED
Megan,
page,
bro.
including replacing the lewd drawing of her with a close-up of her groin. By Christian's reasoning, this succeeded in masking...
Holy fucking shit.
the true identity of the woman in question, even though everyone apart from Chris and Megan still assumed it to be his hypothetical sister. He also felt it appropriate to
up,
upload
Mr.
the cover
Biscuit?
of
I
his
don't know who
fictitious
Gabe Owners
PlayStation
is.
game, Christian Weston Chandler's Adult Chronicles. Megan understandably took issue with his latest development. Okay. So instead of removing that one completely, you just enlarged my crotch. Thanks a lot. Why didn't you just remove it? Well, I'm sorry, but that just makes me more angry in a way.
Hold on, let's take a break for a second. I'm gonna look up Gabe Owners right now, and if this is some ugly fucking tweaker, you're getting fucking IP banned. Let's look it up right now. Gabe Owners. This isn't some like racist shit you just got me to say, right? Gabe Owners joke meaning. Gabe Owners for the don't make. It's supposed to be like trying to make me say something. All that's popping up is like a big fat guy that's like 900 pounds, which I don't really am offended because I know damn well I'm not 900 pounds. Okay. Hold on. I don't know, dude. I can't keep up with all this shit. Never mind, I feel like an asshole now. The big fat guy is Gabe Newell. My bad, Gabe Newell. My bad, bro. Whoops, let's move on. Okay, I understand that, Mr. Biscuit. I understand, like, huge anus and Mike Hawk and all that shit. But what, by saying Gabe Owners, what is it trying to be saying? Gay owners? Like, that doesn't make as much sense. I understand that it's a joke name, but what is like the thing that's supposed to be gay boners? Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. I don't feel like that one works quite as well. I don't feel like that one works quite as well, but you know what? I'll give you your props. You made a funny moment in the stream, so congratulations. All right.
That actual sex act that traumatizes me.
There we go.
It's the fact that you fantasize doing such things to me when you know I would never. It's like, how do I know you're not going to abduct me and such? That was a figure of speech. You know what I mean? It creeps me out you have such thoughts about me. It's like you're stalking me, so you really need to back off. P.S. I think it's rather amusing how you complain of these people defiling you. Yes, many posts are ridiculous, but you have defiled Marilee Walsh and our wonderful security officers, who are simply doing their job.
Damn,
Then
she
you
sided with the
defiled
jerk
me
cops
and lied
even.
about it. You need to stop with this mindset that the whole world's against you and start taking some responsibility for once. Example, it's wrong to hate these people when you broke the rule by soliciting/loitering.
Damn.
Hey, at least they're doing their job, and I support that. In
What
an
did he
attempt
say?
to find a resolution to the issue, Chris sent an email to the Wikimedia Foundation asking if it were possible for them to take down the page due to the culture of bullying it produced, only to be told that Encyclopedia Dramatica was not part of Wikimedia and thus they were helpless in the matter. Chris
Wasn't
once
even the
again
right
emailed
website.
Megan berating ED, upset that the authors of the page assumed that the woman was his imaginary sister, who shared the name of his imaginary daughter, hence theorizing that Christian wanted to impregnate his mother so he could successfully have intercourse with his daughter.
Holy, there's a lot to unpack there. This is insane. This is so. There's a lot. That's a crazy sentence. That's a crazy sentence. Let's go back. Let's listen to it again.
His imaginary sister, who shared the name of his imaginary daughter, hence theorizing that Christian wanted to impregnate his mother so he could successfully have intercourse with his daughter, who was also his sister. He also...
The funny thing is about this chat, I know you might be like, Zach, what's funny about this? That story is literally an Eminem bar. There's literally, I don't remember what song, but there's a line in which Eminem says that he would impregnate his mom to have sex with his own sister or something. So that's literally bar for bar an Eminem song. I'm not even lying. Okay, I gotta look it up now because you guys aren't gonna believe me. Eminem impregnate mom song. Crazy. Search history. Is it in My Name Is? I don't remember that. It's My Name Is? That's a popular. I don't remember him saying that in this one. Hold on, let me find the clip. I'm just gonna play the one bar. Hi, my name is... I think that this is tweaked out. I don't think this is the right song. I don't think this is it, bro. This is a fucking dirty liar. Point is, it's an Eminem song. Alright, let's continue.
revealed that drawing that image may have in fact prevented something even more heinous. As for the drawing itself, I realized that it was done not only out of inspired fantasy, angst against ED, and love for you, but also a major release for my crazy, mixed up hormones. If I didn't have the foresight to put my pent up frustrations and feelings in the form of something, I might have become an abusive maniac. So thank God for allowing me to release my bottled up frustrations in a more positive, yet not so politically correct, and not physically hurting others method.
This guy doubled down, and instead of he already apologized. Instead, So she's like, I'm so disgusted that you keep posting this picture of you having sex with me. And you know what he says? He's like, well, honestly, thank God that I did this, or else I would have done something way worse. That's the worst response. What do you mean? What do you mean? He's like, luckily for you, I only just drew the picture. Hold on, my PC's having some data leakage issue. Give me a second. I'm gonna cut the YouTube stream short really quick. I think Chris Chan's visually hurting all of us. If my stream randomly crashes, I apologize. I hope it doesn't. But there's like some weird memory leak issue going on. I hope it doesn't crash my PC. But if it does, they'll have to do this in 2 separate uploads. But anyways, so yeah, I'm warning you guys now if my stream crashes. I don't know why OBS has been having like weird data leak issues, but it should be okay. It should be. We'll see though. Alright, let's continue.
He insisted that if they ignored the webpage, the trolls would lose interest and forget about them. In the meantime, disgusted by everyone accusing him of having incestuous desires, Chris made it explicitly clear that the woman in the drawing was in fact his friend Megan, editing the phrase, drawing pictures of himself having sex with his...
I can't do it anymore, chat. This guy has messed up every QuickTime event, bro. Every fucking... Let's backpedal. If you guys are like, why are you freaking out, Zach? Let's look at the chronological time of events really quick, all right? Because he could have saved himself. This is insane. So... let's go really quick. We're going to speedrun it. Pay attention. We're going to do Chris Chan 101. He draws the picture of him and Megan having sex. She gets so mad. She's like, this is disgusting. Why would you draw this? You've, like, mentally scarred me. Everybody online thinks that it was him and his imaginary twin sister. And Megan's like, you've scarred me. I can't believe you did this, Chris. Like, good thing I did this. And they're all like, ew, Chris Chan, you want to have sex with your twin sister? And he's like, no, this is not my twin sister. This is my friend Megan who lives here, and does this. I'm like, he fucks her over again. Now everybody in the world knows who it was. All the trolls thought it was an imaginary twin sister he had. And he's like, no, it wasn't. This is my friend Megan. He had every opportunity to turn this around. He fucked up every time. He had every opportunity. Every single choice he's made has been the worst one.
Imaginary twin sister to drawing pictures of himself having sex with his lost sailor soldier, Megan, who dumped his sorry ass for drawing the pic of him f***ing her. She never even had any inkling of interest in him. What a intolerable, sad sack loser. But there was nothing more he could do to save their relationship.
Picture's so bad.
By the end of April, Megan had severed all ties with Chris. As a result of his adoration for her, he had created a veritable shrine for Megan, comprised of her own drawings that she gave him, figurines, pictures, and other media which were inspired by his desire for her. Over the coming years, the shrine slowly dissipated.
Holy fuck.
As an expression of humility, he uploaded an image gallery called, You Know What? I Hate Me Too, onto his ED page, which comprised of a selection of images from his comics, wherein he depicted himself getting beaten up, downtrodden, and looking unflattering. What's more, the pastor at his church discovered his online activities and subsequently expelled Christian from Grace Baptist Church.
Oh my God.
But he soon found refuge in Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church. To add insult to injury,
I'm just curious. I'm curious how the fuck the pastor found that website. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's like, it was probably just like something boring, like Chris Chan wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. But I would like to imagine the pastor, and I know I use this joke all the time. He's like, oh, Christian, you work on a little comic. Oh, it's just an ordinary, oh my goodness. And it's just fucking Rosa Chew and Sonic Chew fucking. And it's just like, Squidward. Who is this? Hold on, let's back up a second.
Michael Snyder Memorial United Methodist Church. To add insult to injury, Michael Snyder, the manager of the game place, banned Chris from the store for 2 weeks.
Damn.
Most likely due to his frequent outbursts of racism towards the African American children. and the temper tantrums he threw.
Dude, every sentence is comedy gold, dude. And I keep pausing. I can't stop pausing, bro. This is the craziest episode. He got banned because he would just be at the game store and he would just start saying racist shit to the black kids. What is wrong with this guy, dude? He does everything wrong. He does everything wrong. He's like sexualizing his friends against their with no fucking consent. He's at the game store being racist to black children. This is crazy, dude. Holy shit.
Whenever he lost, which eventually resulted in an overall drop in patronage.
That's even better. Not better as in good, but it's even more insane. He was saying it when he would lose card games. So he'd probably play Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And then when he lost, that's when the N-bomb comes out. And then it was making, like, all the customers leave the store.
In May, seemingly moving on from the events of the previous 2 months, Chris uploaded a gallery of photos onto the Adult Swim message boards of his Rock Band guitar controller, which he custom painted in the theme of the cartoon character Meatwad from the Adult Swim show Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay, brother.
On May 11th, he was officially baptized at the Wesley United Methodist Church.
Okay.
In June, troubles with Chris at the game place escalated to the point that Michael Snyder permanently banned him from the establishment.
Damn, permaban.
In retaliation, Christian called over his parents, so Snyder called the police, as he was well within his rights to refuse service to anyone he saw fit.
Crazy episode.
After this expulsion, the only form of regular social interaction he had left were his church activities. On June 25th, Brittany, who was someone who had become aware of Christian's antics online, wrote a lengthy email addressed to him in the hopes of convincing him to change his ways and move beyond always using his autism as a crutch. In August, Chris sent an email to some
Damn. So we had a random Saint Brittany, and she was like, "Hey, you gotta get your shit together, and you gotta like fix your life." I bet that did not stick in at all.
someone he knew from the game place, letting him know that he had sent a letter of apology to Michael Snyder, but to no avail. In early August, Christian uploaded another video addressing the trolls who were dragging his name through the mud and blamed ED for the end of his relationship with Megan, threatening to cease publication of the upcoming Sonic.
This guy blames everybody but himself. He's like, if it wasn't for those dastardly guys on Encyclopedia Dramatica, Megan would still love me. It's like, you did everything. You did everything bad, dude. Everything bad has happened because of you.
To issue 7 until the page was taken down. Throughout the video, he uses his glasses and hands for cartoon-like theatrics to dramatically emphasize his message.
Citizens of the internet, I present an open message to each and every one of you. Y'all should know me by now, but if you don't, I am Christian Weston Chandler, the original creator of Sonichu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon, back on March 17th, 2000. Any dates earlier are void. I have a whole bunch of people on the internet give me hate, show me a lot of hate, and I do not appreciate it. Takes me off. Y'all think I'm just a sap, a chump, dumbass, whatever you may think. But you know what? You, every last one of you who has expressed hate against me, you're the shitheads.
He once again reiterates that he is not a homosexual.
Every one of you who thinks I'm homo and calls me that because I am not, I'm straight. I'm straight. You're the homos. Every last one of you.
Nor is he a pedophile.
I am not a pedophork, you dorks!
He
Yeah, come on.
expresses his disgust for the pornographic images others have uploaded to the ED page, stating that he prefers vaginas, referring to them by the euphemism China.
The hatred I'm getting from every last one of you who has contributed to that Encyclopedia Dramatica webpage, and every other forum, internet document, lewdly drawn pictures with dicks.
It was so hard for him to say that.
love Dykes, China. I'm straight. If I see a dick, I just look away with a moment of being freaked out.
He confirms once and for all that the woman pictured in She Came for Quick is Megan.
And by the way, that is...
He typed it and he says it again. He says it again. Megan's just taking... It's like, she's already dead, bro. Megan's already dead. And just to get her fucking corpse stomped on.
It's not Crystal, whose eyes are censored. That is Megan.
What was the point of censoring the eyes? What was the point of censoring the eyes? It was already eyes. He's like, that no, that would be like, that'd be like if we went to MilkyCon and let's say Depri went to MilkyCon and he was drunk and he was acting crazy, so I censored out his face, and then I go on Twitch and I'd be like, and then everyone's like, damn, Epic Man got drunk, and like, that's not who I censored. I censored Depri. What was the point then, dipshit?
And just for taking it up and twisting it around as such.
He describes his simple and wholesome wish for the future.
If I ever
do, like Dayron says, like, you can call her at this phone number and ask yourself. She lives at 402 Huckleberry Street. Go knock on her door and ask her. She'll tell you it was her and not Crystal.
Find the one that is to be my sweetheart. I will give her such care, such tenderness, such love.
Put the fries in the bag, brother.
We get around to hanky-panky, that's fine. That's good. We get married. I will have my God called daughter. She will be taken care of lovingly. Those of you who mock me otherwise with such frivolous, lucrative adultery, if I ever hear any more new stuff, it will weigh on your conscience with me tearing at your souls emotionally.
The guy is tweaked.
I'll leave you with thoughts that you may have. But if you dare twist these words around, that will weigh worse on your conscience. The words that I provide.
He's doing the Ouija hand attack, you're right, holy shit.
And heart. It will weigh heavily on you.
Who would win in a fight, Chris Chan or Desmond?
On you.
2 days later, the Chris Chan page was declared Article of the Now on Encyclopedia Dramatica. The following day, Chris emailed Bill O'Reilly from Fox News, Dateline NBC, and NBC Nightly News about his conflict with Encyclopedia Dramatica, apparently for the second time. I wish to re-report the heinous webpage of...
This guy sent a letter to Fox News because he's like, wow, what if Fox News airs it and then just like, yeah, my friend Megan, there's a picture of me every sex. More people, huh? Just everybody.
Worst levels of mockery against me. This webpage has been haunting me since it originated around
Here's the
Halloween
link to it,
2007.
Bill O'Reilly.
He implicated Jason Kendrick Howell as the creator of the page, declaring him the head troll, and directed the majority of his hatred towards him. He also recorded another video, urging fans the majority of his hatred towards him.
Sincere Howell Games, aka Liquid Snake? What the fuck? It's not over yet, Snake. It's not over yet.
He also recorded another video, urging fans of Sonichu to help take down the ED page, under the impression that he had more fans than he actually did.
Attention! All Sonichu fans on the internet who do not hate me. Christian Weston Chandler. For I have...
He kind of looks like Sonichu in this video.
If y'all would actually like me to bring up new stuff for Sonichu and conclude the stories, you can do so by having that Encyclopedia Dramatica page taken down so that I can feel more comfortable in drawing and coloring the comics that y'all have grown to love. If you want to send all your complaints for me... Yes, Megan is alive, unfortunately, for her. You can send every last complaint to the one called Jason Kendrick Howe, also known as Howe Games or Liquid Snake. For he is, and I quote, in an email he sent me, the creator of the Encyclopedia Dramatica ED page for me.
I don't know, Vincent. We gotta keep watching to find out.
To send their hate to Kendrick Howell.
And that's for you, Jason Kendrick Howell.
Why does he always have a controller in his hand?
As I am to get At
Just
least
talk to
1
the
ounce
fucking
of
controller.
vagina. I have your number, and you're going down.
2 days later, Chris celebrated the apparent fall of AD. In reality, the website was experiencing frequent outages and slow load times due to the increased site popularity.
Dude, you can't make this up. It's so fucking funny. This is so entertaining, dude. I love watching this with you guys. This was the best idea. This is the best idea to rewatch this shit on Twitch and have it all archived. I don't think we're never quitting, bro. Dude, so he uploads a video. Also, this guy's on some Epic Man shit because he's what, 25? This straight looks like he's straight up pushing 44 right now. This guy looks like 44. He looks like Big Hal from Toy Story 2. But anyways, I digress. He uploads a video saying, "We did it, guys. The website got taken down. This is the best." And then in reality, the website was just so popular, it couldn't load. Dude, you can't make that up, bro. He's like, "We did it, guys. The website is no more." And the truth was that it just couldn't load because there was so many people on it. Holy fuck, dude. All right, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen on the internet, to all the Sonichu fans, I am pleased to announce that the Encyclopedia Jamaica, not only the webpage, but the whole freaking website's going down. And to make sure it definitely goes down and stays down, do not donate any money
He looks like he works at a bowling alley.
to that website. Especially if you want to see the more adventures of Sonichu that I am conjuring up in my mind and drawing up.
As a reward for all the hard work his fandom had put in, he previewed unfinished drawings of a joke referencing the cartoon series Family Guy to be featured in Sonichu issue 7.
TV-14, just for the sketch, just like the Family Guy show. Let's go, Ghostbusters! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Can't tell what the fuck's going on.
Ghostbusters! Let's go!
He also inserted references to the 1986 Filmation animated series Ghostbusters, unrelated to the Columbia Pictures movie franchise, nor its subsequent animated adaptation,
we all know.
The Real Ghostbusters.
Oh, my aching sauce!
Through some email exchanges, Christian found an acquaintance in Robert Simmons V, who was in fact an anti-troll who gained Chris's trust by supporting his actions and creating a persona.
Oh my gosh, dude. This just gets so much better. This just gets so much fucking better, dude. So, we have a guy who's trolling Chris, and he's pretending to be on his side. He's like, "Yeah, I'm such a big fan. I'm not like these trolls. I'm actually an anti-troll that legit looks like it could be his brother. That looks more like his brother than his actual fucking brother." So, and Chris falls for it, of course he does. So he's like, "I'm an anti-troll." He's like, "I'm on your side, and I also hate the trolls." So he's like, "So tell me what you would never want the trolls to know." He's got the fucking Sailor Moon. He's got the fake-ass Sonichu shit. Oh, man. He's an anti-troll.
That possessed similar personality traits. He even resorted to filming video.
At the time of this video, in episode 5, he's 25 years old. We don't talk about anything past where we're at in the video. That's spoilers. But right now in this story, he's 25 right now. Chris Chan.
Announcing his support for Chris and his love for Sonichu, all while touting a yellow-colored Sonic necklace.
Good evening, citizens of YouTube. I must be quiet because it's at night. I don't want to wake up my parents.
I love how to all of us, it's so obvious that this guy is trolling. But to Chris, he's probably like, "Oh, this guy's cool. This guy's pretty awesome." Because Chris Chan can't fucking tell. So he's like, "This guy's actually pretty, I can trust this one."
So please forgive me for not talking loud, and I hope all you can hear me.
In an email dated August 12th, Chris confided in Robert and confessed his adoration for Meg Griffin from Family Guy. "She is not ugly. She has always been a beautiful catch in my eyes. I just do not understand how anyone would see Megan as ugly. And I feel it is very pitiful that Seth MacFarlane would make her the punching bag of most everyone else on the show, when clearly she does not deserve such torturous punishment. I am in the same boat as she is, if you think about it. I'm the punching bag of the jerks on ED who are getting their heinous lulls, a rehash of lol, meaning laugh out loud. But in my opinion, Lulz means laughs under lucricities, which is obviously not good. He also admitted Robert into his elite list of men whom he does not hate. 3 days later.
How ironic. You know what, Robert? You're so cool, you're added to the list of men I do not hate. Fucking Rob. You know what, this guy, you guys are laughing, but you know who Robert is? Robert is literally just Griffin. Griffin's the guy that goes and he talks to Desmond. He's like, ooh, woo, Desmond, tell me about Necoark. And then Desmond's like, blah, 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 yeah, I love Necoark. And now fucking Griffin's got like everybody's fucking friend list. So that's just what Griffin does in Desmond's Discord server. Not tonight, taters. I have to start my new job early tomorrow. I think. We'll see. But this is literally just what Griffin does. We'll see. I don't know, dude. They didn't have, the fucking manager never texted me back. Let me get back to you. I might be able to. I said let me get back to you. All right, hold on.
He recorded and uploaded another video addressed to his supposed fan base, conceding that Encyclopedia
So many
Dramatica
fucking
has not
videos he's
fallen.
made.
This is an official update to all the loyal Sonichu fans on the internet and everywhere else. Well, first off, while the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, the whole website, they did manage to get their ill-gotten money, but I say, screw them.
Damn.
In the air. So anyway,
He addresses the
What
scheme
is this
Trolls
guy
had
talking
to
about?
steal his Sonichu medallion.
well, I have been hearing the rumor of the medallion stealing, as you can see. It's still on me, man. Ain't nobody gonna get it off me, cause more security measures have been taken.
This is so mentally ill because a random threat online said, yo, we're going to steal your Sonichu medallion. And he's like, security measures have been taken. What could that possibly mean? What could you have possibly done other than wearing it around your neck 24/7? He is genuinely scary. Yeah, dude, this guy's crazy. All right, hold on, let's keep going.
This one might be the real one, this one might be the false one. How are you to know? That's to your own understanding.
Chris implores his fans to contact Nintendo and Sega about producing Sonichu-related merchandise.
What you can do to see all this in fruition and officially approved distribution, you go
Does he?
to Nintendo.com. If you have an account, or if you don't have an account, you get yourself signed up for free. Talk about Sonichu. Build up more hype in their forums everywhere. Send them emails requesting that they bring them to fruition. They talk to me personally about bringing all that to fruition. Send them the emails, handwritten letters to their official.
Yeah, wait a second. Like Dayron said, what exactly would make it a fake one? If he made another Sonichu medallion, he would just have two fucking Sonichu medallions. Wait, that's true. Yeah, what exactly would make one fake over the fucking other? They're both fucking fake. The character's not real. He didn't buy it. It's like, it won't look the exact same. This is like at a 360p video. I can barely tell what this one looks like. I can't tell. It's just blurry as all that shit.
Building in Seattle, Washington. Like Nintendo.
He's always got a
and Sega.
controller in his hand.
No,
Why?
about the hype. Send them your personal requests and everywhere. Tell them to talk to me. They both, Nintendo of America and Sega of America, they know my address and my phone number. They have it in their systems. So talk to them. Have them talk to me. Bring this up.
I also didn't understand that, Rainbow Kappa, but it's because Pikachu is. That's why. He's including Sega and Nintendo because it's Sonic and Pikachu. So he's asking Nintendo. This was before like Nintendo and Sega were like that cool. So it's like he's asking two different companies to both give their fucking, like, this is something only Sakurai could do. Get two companies to collab like this. He's like, they know me. Ask for Chris Chan. They know me over there at Nintendo.
Sonic your idea to fruition. And there's the update for now. Thank you for listening.
His ambitious plans activated the imagination of one JK Productions,
Uh-oh.
who launched their own blog documenting the supposed development of their own Sonichu the game. Chris gave them his full support, unknowingly endorsing an elaborate ruse, with JK being a common acronym for just kidding. On August 18th, Bob wrote a letter for Chris. In stark contrast to the one he had written during Christian's early childhood, this was much more brief, but nevertheless, still hopeful and optimistic about Chris's future. Dear Christian, at this time in life...
This is even more sad than fucking Mary's letter to James in Silent Hill. Quickville. You said you'd take me there someday, but you never did.
You and Sonichu need a quest and purpose in life. Let Sonichu become a...
That's a fucking insane opening. We gotta go back. His own dad said, yo, you and Sonichu gotta get a quest in life. It's sad because the first letter that he sent to his son, he actually like spoke normally. And then now he realizes his son's kind of slow in the head. So he's just like trying to like make it make sense. I mean, it's actually kind of sweet in a way, but let's continue. Let's run it back, I mean.
You and Sonichu need a quest and purpose in life. Let Sonichu become a champion for autistic persons everywhere and continually defeat the perils of autism. Sonichu could become the spokesperson for autistic persons with an ongoing fight for them in chapter after chapter or good deeds on the internet. He could become the spokesperson from now on. You and Sonichu could become famous worldwide.
And the monkey paw curls again. The monkey paw curls again. It sure did. Not the way you hoped. Here's the thing. I can't blame Bob for this, his dad. I can't blame his dad for this. He's got a point. But the problem is, oh, this is his dad. This is his dad writing a letter to his son. This is Chris Chan's dad writing this. And, the problem is, Sonichu isn't an original character. If Chris Chan would have made like an original character, what he's saying could have maybe happened. He could have made like an icon or a mascot for like autism awareness, and it could have worked. But this could never work. It was doomed from the start because it's too caught up in copyright infringement of Sonic and Pikachu. Yeah, Taters, I'm excited. I'm excited. I love Milky-chan. I want more Milky-chan fan art. not like Sonichu fan art, please. Not like that. Like other stuff. Damn. You got suspended on Roblox for 10 minutes. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, wait a second. I just thought about how funny that was. Yeah, Chat brought up a good point. He lives with his dad, and his dad still had to write him a handwritten letter. He could have just told all this shit to him in person. No, I know, Rainbow Cap. I get it. It's just insane. All right, here we go.
18th, a 3-member group created an online female persona by the name of Blanca Weiss, whose name was derived from the Spanish and German words for white. According to her story, she was working on her own comic book and created her own character called Jigglyami, a singing Pokemon based on...
Okay, so if you guys didn't catch that, because Gino, he might say it again, but he went through this really quick. 3 random trolls came together and created a fake girl. So this Blanca is not real. Now, how much do you guys want to bet that Chris Chan's going to believe that this woman's real? I bet you. If I was a betting man, I'd say yes. So 3 guys came together to make one female fake woman.
On Jigglypuff. She relayed this information to Christian via email and encouraged him to have her featured in a future Sonichu issue. Chris was beyond impressed with her and later made a full-body colored drawing of Jigglyami, which she wanted to send to her home address, but she declined. In order to gain her trust, Christian talked about himself, copying and pasting large sections from his various social media accounts. In return, the trolls sent him this photograph as evidence of the veracity of her character, and talked more about her backstory. Chris admitted that she was growing on him. By the next day, he was already working on a scene in the comic starring Jigglyami. Blanca retorted with the lyrics for a song meant to be performed by Jigglyami. He let her know that he was almost finished Sonichu issue 7, and that he would feature Blanca and Robert Simmons in special interview segments.
Oh, is the volume too low? Do I need to turn it up?
Chris mentioned that he helped Robert overcome some problems regarding his own love quest, such as abandoning the idea of an attraction sign. I later realized that a sign made me look retarded, so I stopped long time ago. I suggested that he try to put himself in the center of an open area and try some Axe body spray, he stated, under the impression that Axe...
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm not trying to like be mean or discourage people. But the fact that he said, this is what he said. This is his words, not mine. I'm just the messenger boy. Don't shoot the messenger. The fact that he said, yeah, so I was using a sign to pick up girls, but that would make me look retarded. So instead, I stood out in the open and sprayed myself with Axe body spray. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's like he gets so close to being self-aware and then just shits all over the fucking place. He's like, yeah, I thought a sign would make me look retarded, so I stood outside and sprayed myself with Axe body spray and waited for the girls to just start running. He saw this commercial once and he thought it was real.
Axe body spray and try some Axe body spray, he stated, under the impression that Axe body spray would have the same result as is demonstrated in their infamous ad campaign. The only thing about him that I feel different about, his version of my medallion. I don't know how to describe the way I feel about it, but from looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, or oh my god. I think you can understand, but please do not tell him that I said that. Sonichu.
So Christian, being the piece of shit that he is, the one guy that he actually thinks is being nice to him, the fake guy who's like, you're one of my closest friends. Obviously the guy's trolling him, so in a way he deserves it, but Chris doesn't know that. Even then, Chris is back there, he's like, his Sonichu medallion, looks like shit compared to mine. But don't tell him I said that. So even then, he's got to throw that guy under the bus.
Issue 7 picks up where Issue 6 left off, with Chris and Megan on the basketball court, chatting with Bionic,
dude.
who thanks Megan for...
Of course, he still includes Megan in the story after everything that happened. Of course, Issue 8 picks up Megan still in the damn story, dude. This poor bitch will never fucking get free. She's never gonna be free. She's still included as a fucking character.
Setting him up with Megaji. Bionic and Megaji's displays of affection almost bring Christian to tears because it reminds him of his loneliness and virginity, but is comforted by Megan. They ask Magi-chan and Sonichu.
So you missed it, Taters, but I'll tell you the short version because it's a lot happened. But the short version is Megan kept telling him, please stop putting me in your comics. I don't feel comfortable. You're uploading it to the internet. I don't like my likeness being used. And you know what Christian did? He drew a hentai porn comic of him having sex with Megan, and then he told everybody online that that was Megan. And then she's like, well, I'm fucking done with you because you just humiliated me online and drew a picture of you having sex with me when I don't want anything to do with you. And then he still included her in the fucking story, so.
About pinpointing the location of the Sonichu balls, which by now are being referred to as Sonichu crystals, due to numerous comments made by trolls highlighting the homoerotic nuance.
So, they were called the Sonichu balls, and everybody online was like, yeah, Sonichu balls, how gay. And then so he changed it to Sonichu crystals.
Of the term balls. The purpose and abilities of the aforementioned crystals are yet to be revealed. They determined that one crystal might have been lost in the past, and if they found the one who touched it last, they would know where to find it. Magi-chan realizes that at the exact instance when Chris thought up Bionic the Hedgehog in 1996, he was hit in the head by what he thought was a basketball, but it was actually a Sonichu crystal. Christian randomly transitions into a Family Guy-style sketch and gives Seth MacFarlane full permission to implement this idea in a future episode of Family Guy.
Dude, this is the best episode. Every 5 seconds is like, I know that I'm pausing it a lot, but it's fucking comedy gold. He writes the most niche shit. It's like, here's my friend Megan and Sonichu, and then at the bottom he's like, hey Seth MacFarlane, hey, just letting you know, if you ever want to use this in an episode of Family Guy, you have my permission. As opposed to like fucking like anything else. What do you mean read your shit? There's a big link. I don't know what this is. Who is that? I don't even know who the fuck that is. Some bitch, but the caption. No, I read what it said. That's what the documentary went over. That's what Gino was saying earlier. Yeah, about like her reaction to that. So, but yeah, it's just insane to me the way that he thinks, the way that his brain works. Let's go back.
Seth MacFarlane. Christian randomly transitions into a Family Guy-style sketch and gives Seth MacFarlane full permission to implement this idea in a future episode of Family Guy. The sketch in question is the one that was previewed in a video in which Chris, stylized as Family Guy's Peter Griffin, is incorporated into the setting of Filmation's Ghostbusters cartoon. Ironically, his witty reimagining of himself bears far more resemblance to his actual appearance than his official comic book persona. Magichan says that he—
Dude, Gino Samuel's a fucking asshole. Gino Samuel's a fucking dickhead. He said, funny enough, the Peter Griffin version of Christian looks more like Christian than the fucking depiction. He's right. The Peter Griffin Christian looks more like him than the one that he chose. Gino did not need to add that comment. He did not need to add that comment. He said, funny enough, man, the fucking Family Guy one looks more like you. He doesn't even realize it's true, though. Everybody thinks it's true. Oh, fuck, dude. We haven't gotten there yet, Taters. I'm sure it's going to be included in the documentary. I only know what has been shown so far. Let's go back. Holy fuck.
Ironically, his witty reimagining of himself bears far more resemblance to his actual appearance than his official comic book persona. Magichan says that he can bring Chris and Sonichu back to 1996 to retrieve the crystal, so he encapsulates the three into a time sphere that brings them back to Chris's time in Manchester High School. Current day Chris happens upon 14-year-old Chris, who has a conversation with Joseph.
Yeah. I like how 14-year-old Chris looks like fucking like Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. That's what Chris sees himself. He's like, this is 14-year-old me. We know what he looked like when he was 14. Did not look like that. It looks like Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic.
Day Chris happens upon 14-year-old Chris, who has a conversation with Joseph Herring.
Let me click this. No, yeah, that picture was also shown, and she's just like constantly disgusted at all times. She's just like constantly unhappy.
Depicted as having an acne-ridden face, despite all known photos showing him clear-skinned and handsome. Chris is hit in the head by the crystal.
So he's mad at that guy that took his girlfriend, not that she would ever want him, and he's like, oh, he's got acne, and then he's actually just like a fucking Chad.
Photos
he's just like a normal guy. It's like, yeah, this is what he looks like, bro. Fucking idiot. He's just like a normal fucking handsome guy.
And handsome. Chris is hit in the head by the crystal, and Sonichu discreetly catches it, avoiding any possible temporal tampering. Beavis and Butthead is also briefly referenced. What? They proceed to bring the crystal back to the present day, but the time sphere
are the crystal
stops,
meth.
flinging Chris out of it. Magichan comes to the conclusion that Chris is lost. Shenhui stopped. The crystal's power made him able to pass through my sphere. The crystals activated like rockets upon his friction from the stop, and he was propelled into the void of time. There is nothing we can do for him right now. All we can do is wait for a time warp to pen, and if I sense his presence at that moment, there is a chance I can go in and retrieve him. The time warp may open at any random time in the future. Christian's self-imposed exclusion from the storyline was in order to satisfy the many people online telling him that the Sonichu comics primarily focused on Chris rather than the eponymous hero. Sonichu informs Rosechu of the situation, stating that he will survive and will be in a sense watching over them like God. They embrace, with Chris depicting Rosechu's panties under her skirt, in order to defy all claims that he is a homosexual. Meanwhile, in the time void, Chris possibly absorbs the two crystals into his hands, which cause his mind to flood with memories from his recent real-life past, which clash with the thoughts of the comic book Chris, drawing the episode to a close. The comic segues into a special section devoted to the goings-on of the KCWC radio station, hosted by DJ Jamsta Sonichu and his girlfriend, Lalisa Rosechu.
Who the fuck are these people?
He interviews Gigliami and her cute manager, Blanca. Gigliami is portrayed with a medallion bearing her own likeness around her neck.
Fucking medallion
Lalisa then conducts an in-depth
Look at that medallion face. It's so fucking funny. I don't know why that's so funny.
Bearing her own likeness around her neck. Lalisa then conducts an in-depth interview with Robert Simmons V, who is said to resemble Chris in many ways. On the day
That troll must be so proud of himself
With
that
Robert
he infiltrated Chris's life so much he got included in the fucking Sonichu comic.
the fifth,
That's Jigglyami, taters.
who was said to resemble Chris in many ways. On the day issue 7 was released, Christian finished drawing the cover for the Spring Break Special Issue 8.
It's the swimsuit episode of Sonichu.
For this issue, he changed the name of the comic to Rose Chew.
Uh-oh.
Towards the end of August, Evan Christopher George uploaded a Sonichu-related creation which he called Seamanchu, which, according to his official biography, was originally a Pikachu that was raised by a swarm of Pokemon called—
Wait! That's a Gurren Lagann reference. Simone the Digger, he's got the fucking drill bit necklace, he's got the 2 drills, and he's got the fucking eye. That's literally that's a Gurren Lagann reference. Simone the Digger.
official biography, was originally a Pikachu that was raised by a swarm of Pokemon called Beedrill.
Okay.
Despite the drills in lieu of hands design bearing resemblance to that of Beedrill, the character's name, red goggles, and drills are derived from semen, as seen in the anime series Gurren Lagann.
Gino, stop pronouncing it semen. You're killing me. His name is Simone. You're actually killing me pronouncing it that way, Gino. Come on.
Evan decided to email his creation to Chris in the hopes of being included in a future issue of Sonichu. However, Chris rejected the idea, instead adapting the character into a new ground bug-type female creation called Simonla Rosechew, mistaking Simonchu's goggles for infrared eyelids and his cape for a shell. 2 days later, Christian uploaded a video describing his role in the development of the Sonichu video game by JK Productions, still under the impression that it was a legitimate organization.
Alright, well, first off, I am going to give y'all some talk as suggested by my associates who are on the Sonichu game.
Why would he believe that this is
development? I'm still thinking about the story very much. I got a big chunk of the stories in my head. It's gonna be like multiple stories, like, we'll go through multiple characters, all the original Sonichu and Rosechew hedgehogs. Once we get the game project off the ground, hopefully with the assistance of
it's a controller.
America,
he always holds a
and
controller
Sega
for some fucking reason.
There will definitely be the release of the official Sonichu merchandise, including officially released and distributed manufactured medallions, for one thing. Copies of my CWC on TV DVD that you've seen only a few bits of on the YouTube and such, and as well as possible Sonichu action figures.
He mentions that the Sonichu comic will once again be focused on Sonichu, and that Chris will eventually return, only to retire as mayor of Quickville and give himself a smaller role in the story. He then continues to elaborate on the storyline of the game.
And then we go on to Bubbles. Everybody love Bubbles? Bubbles is the bubbly one!
No shit.
Anyway, yeah. She'll get more wet. I mean, all the hedgehogs will go through...
What? Huh? Was that a Freudian slip, Christian? What are you talking about, brother?
All the same levels, except variation. Bubbles will mostly be able to swim. Somewhat underwater versions of those levels. And a Juck, she'll be flying high, casting off wing attacks against the enemies in her story.
He reveals that Black Sonichu's name will change, possibly as a response to the backlash he had received due to the racial connotations of the name.
Also, for short, for Black Sonichu was Black Chew. I'm changing it. For his nickname, as it will be revealed in the upcoming Spring
Black
Break
Chew's
issue.
getting a new name, Chad. Here we go.
On Spring Break.
Chris Chan went woke.
He would prefer to be called Blake. Simply Blake. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, Blake's farting around with Bubbles.
What?
But Bubbles likes to try to think that she can keep it to herself, like, she has like, ooh, she turned on by the dark side of the Force. And all the nuttiness that Blake will want to bring with him.
He talks about Blanca and her involvement in his personal and creative life.
It's nice to know that I actually do have good gal pal that I've made over the internet recently, who's inspired character. She was inspired by me. Her inspired character I've given my full approval of and introduced in the comic I just up.
This video is extra sad because majority of the content has been talking about two things. The first part of this video, he was talking about, I'm working on the Sonichu game, which is trolls that were like lying to him. He's like, I've also made really good friends with the new girl. Her name's Blanca, which is also 3 different trolls. So majority of this shit is just fabricated that he doesn't realize is all just lies.
Upload to what is now can also be considered to be Sonichu.net. Nothing but net. Screw your com. I got the net. Yeah. And
Holy
she
fuck.
herself is the original character of the new bubblegum pop star. Jigglyami. Jigglyami. Yeah. So like, you know,
It's like in the next episode, in the next episode, you just see a Jigglyami tribute picture. That's probably what he did with it.
it's possible she may, she and I may actually meet in the future, but I don't have any future plans as of this point. But you know, I think I'll feel better with my future set when I have my sweetheart. So, thank you very much, every one of you, for your patronage, and I hope you all have a pleasant day.
Christian's newfound infamy brought
go.
him much stress and hardship, with him hardly being able to cope with the constant barrage of trolling, getting ever more challenging to discern what was false and what was true, what was an advice and what was an insult. But he still had his principles, his dreams, and ambitions
True.
to see himself through the most trying period of his life.
Damn, he was about to enter the most trying period of his life, bro. Crazy cliffhanger. Shit is getting good, bro. End of part 5. That was like a fucking movie, dude.